Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am currently recording this video at the Hyatt Regency out in Paris. I had a European trip that I've done for a birthday celebration. I absolutely have loved this entire trip. I think that if you've not visited Paris before or France at all, I highly recommend it. But before I get into the business class flight flying back to Los Angeles on Air France, I just want to say that I really do like this Hyatt Regency. They've treated me very well, gave me a nice upgrade to where I get a view of the Eiffel Tower just looking right outside of my window, which is fantastic. I'm on the 33rd floor. They have a lounge on the 34th floor, and I don't even need to even take an elevator to get up to it. I can just walk up the stairs, which ends up being really convenient. But I do like the location. It's not too far away from the Arch. When it comes to public transportation, it's very, very close to the metro. Alrighty, but without further ado, it's time to head over to the airport and fly home in business class from Paris direct to Los Angeles. Alrighty, just got through security here at the Paris airport. I gotta tell you, it felt pretty hectic. You have to go through like a few different securities to make sure everything, you're in the right like lines. And then after you end up going through security, showing your passport and everything like that, then you have to take a train to another part of the airport and then go through another security as well. And then after you get through that, then you get into the main airport. So I'm finally now in the main airport. Now that I'm here inside the airport, I am going to get myself over to the business class lounge, which I believe is right behind me over there. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna go walk in there, and hopefully that's the lounge I get to relax in for the next hour and a half before my flight takes off. So like I usually do, I like to go see that my gate even exists, or just see how far away it is from the lounge before relaxing in the lounge. And one thing that I find really cool about this airport is that they have like really large letters and numbers. So I didn't have to even walk all the way down to my gate. I can see from just walking a little bit over here my number because they have it like really, really large. So that is something I wished way more airports would do, because usually you can't quite tell. They might have just like little signs or little things, but no, I can see it from the other side of this entire long walkway, my gate number all the way down at the end. So that's perfect to know exactly where it is. So now I can just go relax in the lounge, and I know it's only going to be maybe about like, I don't know, 5-ish minute walk to my gate before boarding. Okay, so I'm here in the business class lounge at Air France, and I will say I think this is a really nice lounge. Size is pretty big. There are quite a few people in here, but there's just so many seats that I don't think that it's like even an issue at all. It's very easy to find this lounge as soon as you get through the security. I'm at 2E, so I don't know where it would be if you went somewhere else because of the way that this airport's set up. You have to take trains to different places, but if you happen to be at Terminal 2E, then as soon as you get through security and get through all that other jazz that you have to get through just to get to the actual inside of the airport, then you just walk through a few different shops and you'll see it straight ahead. So it's very easy to get to. But the food itself was good. The food, I think, was really, really good. Breakfast food. Eggs tasted good, tasted like real eggs. So all these different, cheeses that they have as options, and they did also have like rice and beans, which I don't want to have for breakfast. But I just thought that the options and selections were plentiful, and also the quality of the food I would give a pretty decent rating. The bathroom itself is also pretty big. I mean, I guess it needs to be for this many people that can access this lounge, but I just thought it was a nice looking bathroom. So far my experience when it comes to Air France, at least when I've actually gotten into the lounge, this airport in Paris has been, it seems like it's hectic, but so far it's been nice, and I'm looking forward to hopping on the plane and seeing what it's like when I get to actually fly in the business class.
monsieur. Par ici.
Okay, so we just took off from Paris here in Air France in business class. Just give my initial thoughts for me here. It's been very good. Service is incredibly professional. I found this chair to be quite comfortable. The entire setup of it, I think, is nice when I look at this business class. I've said in other videos that I like it when you have a cubby that's up as compared to having to like put something into a hole. So that I really like that I've been able to put different things inside of there. Got some really good champagne from the flight attendant. This flight is 10 hours and 40 minutes. Definitely be getting some sleep because I'm pretty tired. I haven't gotten like a full night's sleep on any of these days that I've been traveling. So I am on this 777 Boeing. It doesn't have the new Air France business class with the door, so that is something that is unfortunate that I don't have here. I do get to see the La Premiere in front of me, which I know a lot of people want so bad because of how exclusive it is and hard to get. But as a whole, what I've always thought, even from looking at La Premiere from online, or even just seeing it right now, like what I've seen from Singapore, from Emirates, from even what I had in A&A, I just think that because there's 4 seats and it's so exclusive and hard to get, and you can only really get it from either paying cash or having some type of like status with it. Because of that, when I see La Premiere, until they end up putting out the new version, as I see it, I'm just like, okay, I don't think I'm really missing out on that much. While I know others may have different thoughts about that, that's just my feeling when I look at La Premiere from here. I just go, where there's been other flights that I've been on where if you go from business to first, people look at it and go, yeah, I would really like that one over this. I also want to catch a movie. I want to see either some French film, which is something I like to do. I like to catch like some of the local stuff, but also I might even watch Napoleon, which I haven't seen yet, which I feel like would make a lot of sense to be watching while here on Air France, flying out of Paris. So yeah, so far so good. This is a very nice product, and remember, you can book this for only 50,000 Flying Blue miles. If you could take advantage of a transfer bonus, you can get this for even cheaper. I would say that this is pretty much a steal of a deal, even with the higher taxes and fees. From what I've already experienced when it comes to the lounge and also this, I don't know why people would avoid this, even though it's just a couple $100 in tax and fees. If you can find the availability, for sure, this is definitely a good product. Some other things to note about this experience is going to be that it is definitely on the warmer side on this plane. It's nowhere near as hot as like Iberia, where it's just scorching hot there, but you don't have any overhead nozzles. Those are just lights up there. Definitely gonna be on the warmer side. The good thing is that like when I got on the plane, immediately the woman was like, "Can I take your jacket?" So she just hung up my jacket in the closet right over there. If you're someone who gets hot easy, shorts and a t-shirt on this plane, absolutely, because you're going to be sweating for sure. And again, this is coming from someone who likes it on the warmer side, but this is on the warmer side. With the headphones, I like how they have it. It's already plugged in and connected to like the inside. So a lot of times when I grab headphones when I'm in these business class seats, I have a hard time figuring out where even the location is to where I actually plug them in. But this one's already set up, plugged in, connected over there. I don't know if they just think that people might steal them. Maybe they do. But you could pull it out if you want to put in your own headphones. It's just still kind of like attached, but that's a nice feature because we already know we're going to be either using these headphones or our headphones. So if you can already have it starting off with their headphones already in there and have it already set up, ready for us to go, we just throw them on and watch whatever film or TV show we want to watch. Funny that I'm given multiple forks and knives with this meal, and I'm just not cultured enough to know how to actually use the different forks for which things and the different knives. I think I'm just supposed to switch it up between meals or between different dishes, but yeah, someone tried to explain it to me a while ago, but I just use the same fork for everything. Let me know if you switch it up. Do you understand how to be the etiquette of actually using a different fork and knife for a different dish? Drop it down in the comment section down below. So I will say that this seat has a lot of space when it comes to like the width. Like my feet have so much space at the end. I don't feel cocooned at all down there. This has been, I would say, maybe the most space that I've felt in a business class seat. I am in the bulkhead. I'm actually pretty shocked at how much space I have here as compared to what I've had in like a United Polaris or some other business class, because I mean my feet have a lot of space down here. So yeah, this entire thing feels really comfortable. I'll let you know after I take the nap if it is really good on the back and the body, but as of right now, just lying in this bed mode, I'm like, wow, I'm surprised at how much space this has. I mean, it's not like the room with A&A, but yeah, this is a good amount of space that you would definitely be happy with when going into bed mode, even if you are 6'4" and a wider person. I don't think it's going to be a problem whatsoever for you. So I just got myself about 4-hour nap, and it was great, very much needed. I'll say that this seat is very comfortable. I'll give Air France that for sure. One thing I did notice when lying down and trying to finish my movie is that the seat, when you are like in lay flat mode, you can't really, so you can see the TV, but the way the display appears back to you, it's like not clear. So you have to like have it at an angle to actually make it come in, so that's a little bit annoying. I'll also say when it comes to the entertainment system as well is that there isn't a ton of options for films. When I originally looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, there's a few new releases that I may want to see, but then as I kind of start to scroll through the entire options of films, first of all, it's not really set up very well. I mean, it's supposed to be in alphabetical order, and it kind of is, but it seems like it's somewhat off also. There's not a lot of selection. I've seen better from other airlines. So I will give that a slight knock on this Air France business class. Okay, so we have about 30 minutes left before we touch down in Los Angeles. So I'm just going to give my final thoughts of business class on the 777, the older product with Air France for this 10.5-hour flight. I will say that for the most part, I have very much liked this product. The seat is really comfortable. I've felt that the staff has been great. It's been a little different where I haven't had like one person who I've been kind of like seeing. A lot of the times that's what ends up happening is you'll have like one person on your side, but this one has just been multiple people who come in by, cleaned up my area, taking care of me. Yeah, and seat 3A I think is a great spot to sit in. Definitely have been happy for the most part with this. The downsides I'll say about it would end up being that, and again, it could just be what I selected for food, but the first, not like the appetizer dish, but the main dish, I just was not feeling. I will say that the last dish that I just had, the chicken that I got, it was okay. It was better than the other two. The snack that they gave us, which was like the ham cheese sandwich, was actually very good. I did like the way that the menus look for business class. It looks very much like you are in a restaurant. The thing about it is that they don't give you a ton of options for food that you can select. I believe that I only have the options of pork, the crab ravioli, and then there was some type of like vegetable option. The temperature of the airplane is definitely on the warmer side, so that's another knock that I would give to the Air France business class. But if I'm going to be honest, that's something that I've noticed. They just tend to be on the warmer side. Even flying on something like ANA, which was in first class, I was sweating my butt off. So even though it is warm in here, it's way better than something like Iberia's business class, which is just scorching hot. The amenity kit is very basic, but that's usually how it goes for most business class as compared to something like the first class, where I imagine La Premiere probably has a pretty nice amenity kit. I do want to try this again and try the newer product. That'd be really cool. I believe that's mainly on their A350s. I think they've changed some of their 777s to have the newer product, but the one that I'm currently on doesn't have that. It has La Premiere, which the A350s do not, if I remember correctly. I believe it is a great deal, especially if you can get even just a 25% transfer bonus. The thing that turns some people off on it is the higher taxes and fees, but if you think about it in a way of like, okay, well, if I was to cash out those points and you had it be something like $500-ish, which would end up being the cash out rate, added in another $300, would you pay $800 as the cash out value for this business class flight? I would do that all day, every day, and this is the reason why, especially for this close to 11-hour flight, I think that this is a steal of a deal, and I highly recommend anyone who can fly this to book this flight, especially if you were flying with families. If you were someone who's flying with a family of four, yes, I understand the tax and fees are going to be higher. Maybe you might want to look at the premium economy, which is actually also a really good deal and has as well a lot of availability. And you don't necessarily need to have to do it both ways, even if it's just flying home. Sure, it's going to be near about $1,000 for the entire family to fly in business class, but that is really, really good. $1,000 and a couple $100,000 flying Blue Miles to get an entire family to fly business class is a really good deal. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've ever flown on Air France in business class. What were your thoughts? Now, if you happen to have any questions about flying in business class with Air France, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll do the best I can to answer it. If you haven't really liked this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, and have a beautiful rest of your day.